If gay people aren't allowed in a neighborhood, in a store, in a church, what have you, I, as a gay person, do not want to use the government to force them to accept me.
Oh, good. We're having this conversation again. It's not about acceptance. Our ability to live our lives safely and peacefully and with full access to the rights and privileges afforded to cis straight people should not be based on whether we have proven ourselves useful and palatable to the dominant culture. Let's talk about respectability politics. Welcome back to Yesterqueers. My name's Amanda, and I'm a public historian of queer history. Though the concept has been around for centuries, it was Dr. Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham who coined the term politics of respectability in 1991 to describe the idea that in order to receive societal acceptance and equal protection under the law from the dominant group, minority groups must prove that they are worthy of it. In Righteous Discontent, Higginbotham wrote that civil rights activists wanted to look clean-cut because they wanted people to see them and say, these are respectable people. Look at these people. They're not even different from us. Their cause is something we can identify with. The problem is how people are dressed should not interfere with their right to vote. The truth of the matter is white people can dress any kind of way and have a right to vote. The early days of the homophile movement relied heavily on respectability politics, on proving that homosexuals were just as normal and professional and worthy of dignified treatment as straight people were. Frank Kameny famously instituted a dress code for the annual reminder pickets that happened in Philadelphia in the years leading up to Stonewall. And in 1969, he admonished two lesbians for breaking ranks and walking side by side so that they could hold hands. There was no room in Kameny's vision of equality for anyone who couldn't or wouldn't successfully assimilate into the dominant culture. We owe a lot to Frank Kameny. He filed the first federal case of discrimination based on sexual orientation in 1961. He was the first openly gay man to run for office in 1971. And he led the campaign that successfully convinced the American Psychiatric Association to remove homosexuality from its list of mental disorders in 1973. But Kameny was wrong that respectability was the path to equality, and it took him many years to recognize that. Because here's the thing about respectability politics. Even if you can get past the repugnant suggestion that people should twist themselves into shapes that are pleasing to the dominant culture in order to earn rights that are simply given to everyone else, it doesn't work, like at all. And queer people die while politicians debate whether or not we are worthy of being treated like human beings. Not only does trying to prove that LGBTQ plus people are respectable have little to no impact on how cishet people see us, it has the added cost of making the people who do assimilate feel increased levels of shame and fear, and causing the people who can't or won't assimilate to feel even more marginalized and isolated. So basically, every single member of the queer community is worse off, and no statistically significant number of hearts or minds have been changed. It doesn't work. Assimilation can keep individuals safe for a while, but it is not a path to liberation, and eventually even those who have assimilated will lose their positions of safety and privilege. History is littered with the bodies, both physical and metaphorical, of gay men and lesbians who thought that they could protect themselves by sacrificing the most marginalized members of the queer community. That's it for today. As always, more information, including sources and further reading, is available in the usual place.